Okay, then. So, time to turn our attention on the show to Matlock Town FC in the MPL Premier Division. And I'm delighted to say that we're joined once again by the Gladiators manager, Martin Carruthers. Martin, you must be a very happy man. A good few days for the club.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. We didn't start the new year too well. We ended 2023 with a loss to Stafford, and then we lost at home to uh, to Macclesfield when we thought we should have got at least a point out of that game. But to go away to a difficult uh, pitch, Atherton, go a goal down, showed some great resilience, and that's something we've struggled with during my time here. If we score first, we're a really good team. We're really hard team to beat and break down. But for whatever reason, when we've gone down in the past before, we've struggled to get back into games or to come back and win games. So the SC United game was a really pleasing, complete all round performance from start to finish. They're a really good pass inside. We had a game plan to press them high and stop them playing, and everybody, did the roles to the best of their ability. And with the hangover of Margaret's going, we was always worrying where the goals were going to come from. But the lads have stepped up. I thought Scotty Bowden's been outstanding for us, and it's not just his 2-in-2, it's his overall hold up play, his link up play. He's so clever, and he makes us tick. I thought JJ was excellent up top. I can't praise the players high enough from 1 to 16 with that performance, and to get a clean sheet as well. In the past when we've been 2-0 up, we've let teams back into it, but it was resolute, organised, disciplined, and thoroughly deserved. And then another difficult game last night in the Senior Cup, a huge game. And as always with this team, you never know what you're going to get. And those frailties showed up last night. But to go 2 down, I feared the worst. You think it's going to be 3-4. We couldn't deal with their movement, their passing. They was pulling us out of shape. But once we got to grips with it, we got that vital goal before half time. We said at half time, if you play like you have the last 20 minutes, you can still win this game. There's no better feeling, certainly, coming from 2-0 down to win a game 3-2. But the magnitude of the game, the fans were magnificent again. Stuck by us all through the game, and I think we got what we deserved in the end.
Yeah, just focusing on last Saturday in particular. I mean, how satisfying was that victory? Because just for any listeners not aware, Matlock have actually had 6 points chalked off, not from anything untoward from Matlock's part. It's because Marsk United, unfortunately, have had to resign from the league. So any points picked up from them in those matches have been expunged. So Matlock, because he beat them twice, have now actually slipped quite a long way down the table at that point because those points got chalked off. So it meant you were going into that game with a bit more pressure on you. And obviously, with Johnny Margaret's leaving, just how satisfying was it to get a win on board in the league following those couple of blows there?
Absolutely huge, and we know the importance now of putting a run of results together, to push us back up that table. We tried JJ up front with Scotty Bowden. I thought JJ was excellent, along with Scotty doing all the hold up work, the link up play, and JJ making great runs in behind and scoring with a diving header. I don't think he's ever scored with a header before, so really, really pleasing. But yeah, we've got to build on that, and if we win our games in hand, we'll still only be 4 points outside the playoffs. The top sides will be playing each other, teams will get nervous, and we've already said to the boys, there's no reason why we can't make a late run. When there's less pressure on. We've seen it last year. When we scraped in on the last game of the season, so we've got to keep that belief. The Senior Cup result was huge in terms of confidence, certainly for us. Having something to play for. A huge carrot now, potential final, at Pride Park. So yeah, lots of positives, but we've still lots to work on. But we've got to build momentum, and take that positivity into the Lancaster game on Saturday.
Yeah, and just I think this is the first time I've spoken to you since Scott Bowden has joined Matlock Town from local rivals Buxton. How well do you think has he settled in? He's obviously a very experienced forward. He's played for the likes of Chesterfield before as well, so I've seen him in person lots of times there. He's very good at holding the ball up. Obviously, a bit more responsibility, I guess, on his shoulders now that Johnny Margetts has left. But he seems to have settled in well since joining the Gladiators.
Settled in brilliantly. He's great around the dressing room. Uh, a manager who likes my experienced players for what they bring to the team. He helped JJ massively in the game against FC United in terms of, talking him through, making runs and how to get hold of the ball and getting his body in and drawing fouls. So it'll be invaluable. So, and no disrespect to young Andrew who played last night. But we missed Scott last night, just in terms of his hold up play and his nous and his cleverness, and to hold the ball in vital positions and bring other players into the game. So yeah, fantastic signing. I don't know what we would have done if we wouldn't have got him and Mars would have left as well because we're a little bit short at the minute. But it's no secret, we're trying to bring in more players. We're trying to bring in another striker. We had a deal agreed for a striker from a League One club, last week, agreed on a Thursday, and it fell through Friday morning, which was a huge blow. But, the lads responded and put in a great performance against FC United. But, we know we need to strengthen. We're under no illusions. And, the club have always backed me and they'll continue to do so in the market to bring new players in.
I've noticed as well, just in the last few games, Joe West in particular seems to have really not that he started the season badly at all, but he seems to have really just made some big improvements just within the last couple of months. He's really getting involved in the goalmouth action as well. He seems to have really come on in the last couple of months.
Yeah, to be honest, the last 3 or 4 games we've changed our system and shape. So he's playing more of a wing back now. We know he's got great quality with his left foot. We've seen his free kick, we've seen his corners and set piece delivery really good, and also those crosses from the left. I keep reminding the lads that 75% of goals are scored from crosses. We still need to improve our crossing. We've got to cross a little bit earlier, but it's great to see him scoring goals. Goals breed confidence. And I know he scored, against United and last night, but he also hit the post before they scored, and that was another good chance. So brilliant for him. We now know he's got goals in his locker, but we've challenged all the rest of the players to start producing with goals. So it was even better feeling last night to get young Finn and Harry Wood both their first goals for the club, which is huge because the goals need to be shared around now, and we're not just relying on one person now. The lads need to start chipping in, and that's proved that in the last 3 games with 9 goals.
And I've also seen just within the past few days this week, I think 3 players have been promoted from the under 21s team and now have signed official forms with the senior team. I guess that shows just how much progress has been made already with the rejuvenated youth academy set up at the club.
Yeah, very much so. In a lot of my previous clubs, we've all had academies, and they've been vital, certainly in terms of developing and promoting the football club, but also the academy players, the under 21 players, knowing they've got a pathway into the first team. We want the best local young players. We don't get snapped up by Derby, New Forest, New Mansfields. We want them within Matlock Town. We don't want them going to the Alfredtons or the Buxtons. We want them as part of our football club. So if they know from an early age there's that pathway, gives them great incentive, great motivation to sign for our teams and do well, knowing that, they will get opportunities. And, with Connor DeMaio coming back from injuries, he's played a couple of games, which has then, enabled me and, Wayne to go down and look at the games and look at players. And we get the feedback from James Ohms, and it's all positive. So it was fantastic to have them involved last night. I thought it was a great experience for them. Great to be involved in that first team. You can see the smile on the faces and how much it means to them. So, fantastic for the club moving forwards that, we've got this, and with the new academy, on the horizon in September, it bodes even better for the future because, we want that conveyor belt of talent, coming through the ranks that you don't have to go out and search for players, that, may be too costly at that time.
Yeah, and just a quick word on that Derbyshire Senior Cup victory. So that brilliant comeback against Mikolova, that's put you through to the semi-finals. So you're only 90 minutes away from a final, I would assume, at Pride Park. I think it nearly always is at Pride Park, so the home of Derby County. So and it will be either against Derby's youth team or against Buxton, your local rivals. So that could be very interesting. I know obviously the Derby Senior Cup won't have been the priority at the start of the season, but the fact that you've got very far into the competition, and if you get to the final, you would be guaranteed to play a team lower down the league ladder. It's what is it, Long Eaton United or Heanor Town, two big surprise packages there. Clearly, a lot of incentive to really go for it and try and get a trophy home. Yeah.
Massive incentive. I've won senior cups in the past with Baseford. There's no bigger incentive. When you get to a semi-final, then you're only one game away from playing at a fantastic stadium. But winning is a good habit to have, and it breeds confidence. And certainly getting to a final is a great achievement, but winning ones, there's no better feeling. Off the top of my head, I don't know when the last time Matlock won the Derbyshire Senior Cup. You might have your stats there, but I'm sure someone will remind me. But we won't take anything for granted. You know, um, we've already played Buxton this year. We know they're a league up, so we'll be underdogs in that. And we know all about Derby under 21s because we've just took one of their players, young Callum, and we're always asking them for players as well. So we know the quality they've got. So none of those games are going to be easy, but there's no bigger incentive than winning that. Knowing you could go to Pride Park playing Enum or Long Eaton when you're potentially going to be favourites. So yeah, the carrot is huge, and yeah, I would love to take this football club to the Derbyshire Senior Cup final in May.
I've just done some very quick research, Martin. It's been 7 years of hurt since Matlock last won the Derbyshire Senior Cup. So it's 2017 that the team last won it. So yeah, hopefully Matlock can get into another cup final soon. So just lastly, then, just looking at Matlock's next game. So you're away against Lancaster City at the Giant Axe. They're always a tough team to come up against, but they've had a lot of changes recently with a lot of players leaving and different management set up now. But still be a tough away fixture, that one.
Yeah, they're a very good home side. I've watched their highlights from Bradford Park Avenue last week, and they were 2-0 down and came back to win 3-2. Very resilient side, but we're going there full of confidence. We've won our last two away games away at Atherton and Ilkeston. Our away form's not been great. We think we've turned the corner there. Um, you know, Excellent all-round team performance against FC United. We wasn't as good last night, but great character and resilience to come back from two down to win 3-2. So, I think we've got a little bit of steel now. We're a little bit more organised. We've been working on stuff in training, and we'll do the same again tomorrow night because, if we're organised and disciplined, we can go there and win. And that's got to be our mentality now moving forward in every game.
Okay, fantastic stuff, Martin. I know you're a busy man, so your time is very much appreciated. So thanks for coming on to the show again, and I'm sure we'll speak to you soon as well. So best of luck for the game at Lancaster. Thank you.
Cheers, pal.